we've been very busy over the last few years, and we're now starting to realize the vision, which is to open our destination to the world. Today we announced the opening of our 4th resort at the Red Sea project. We have Six Senses, we have St. Regis, we have Ritz-Carlton, and today we announced the opening of Shebara, which is a wholly owned and operated property run by Red Sea Hospitality. Next year, we have another 11 resorts that are under construction and will open by this time next year at Red Sea. And in addition to that, we have a further 8 resorts at Amala, which is our sister project, which is about 150 kilometers north of the Red Sea project. So next year is a very big year for us. But behind the scenes, we've built infrastructure, utilities. We've built an airport that is serving the destination right now, ultimately to serve the end purpose of welcoming visitors from both Saudi Arabia and around the world.
What about Amala? When will it first open its resorts?
So this time next year, we expect to open all 8 resorts up at Amala.
Together?
Together, along with the 11 resorts at the Red Sea. So 19 resorts next year. Very big year for Red Sea Global.
And you mentioned that the hotel that was just announced today, Shebara, will be operated by the Red Sea Hospitality Company, which is part of the Red Sea development. So can you tell us a little bit more about this and the new hotels which will be opened? How many of them will be operated by you as well?
So, so Red Sea Hospitality is operating a limited number of hotels. We have all of the best brands from around the world. As I've already mentioned some, we also have Four Seasons, we have Rosewood, we have SLS, we have Intercontinental, we have Miraval, we have Fairmont, Jumeirah. So we have a selection of the best hotel brands. So we felt that there was an opportunity for us to grow a homegrown brand to operate some of our more iconic properties. So that was the essence behind it. But we've operated and created 26 different subsidiaries that basically support the overall destination, and Red Sea Hospitality is just one of them.
When you mention the infrastructure, can you tell us a little bit more what has been done so far to make the Red Sea resorts more accessible to people, and especially the airport?
Well, infrastructure covers many things. So we've built from scratch brand new utilities to serve the destination. You may recall we did a deal with Aqua Power, a consortium that is building an infrastructure to provide power, water, waste for the destination. That system is now nearing completion. It's already operating and serving the destinations that are open. So that's just one part of the infrastructure, and that was a big design, build, operate, transfer agreement. The airport is open. It actually opened in September of last year, so it's been operating for a little over a year now. We have, starting next month, 10 flights a week. We have 4 from Riyadh, 2 from Jeddah, 2 from Dammam, and 2 from Dubai. So we opened international flights a couple of months ago. So that's what's serving the destination today. But next year we'll ramp up the airlift to align with the increase in the number of hotels that are operating. So we'll see many more destinations, both regionally and hopefully some international destinations, as well as the frequency and number of flights that will be serving the Red Sea.
Are there any changes to the airport as well? Any development, or this is only increasing the capacity of the airport?
So the airport opened with our seaplane terminal. We have a seaplane business. I neglected to mention, to get to some of our islands, you can go by seaplane, a bit like the Maldives.
Like the Maldives.
But the main terminal building is under construction, and we will open the terminal building at the beginning of next year. So January, February, depending on testing, will be when we open that, so that we will have the full capacity for the airport. And that airport is designed for the end state, which will cater for 1 million passengers a year. Our first phase will only need for around 300 to 350,000 passengers.
John, when it comes to investments, can you tell us what is the value of investments that has gone into the Red Sea development and Amala so far? And you say that you started generating revenues. Can you tell us what are the revenue streams for you?
Okay, so I mean, to date, I think we've committed something in the order of 90 billion riyal. We've spent 60 billion, I mean, cash out the door, and have obviously much more to spend going forward. Our revenues are going to come from largely the hotels. So the hotels that are now starting to operate are generating revenues from rooms, from F&B, and so on, as well as our various subsidiary companies. We have transportation companies that transfer guests that generate revenue. So there'll be multiple revenue sources that will ultimately feed into the pot, which will then allow us to either create dividends for our shareholder and or obviously fund further development.